Although unfamiliar, I recognized a spaceport in my new galaxy. To my astonishment, a pleasant group of amphibious-looking creatures awaited me. They greeted me as I entered the lobby. I tried to politely conceal my surprise. The one behind the counter croaked in a foreign language that required a skilled tongue. I found, however, that some of the words I recognized. "Met previous time with me?" I asked in his language. My knowledge was limited, but I was pleased with myself. The frog creature, a gek, I recalled, nodded and laughed. He, I recognized masculine pronouns, explained that I had been collecting resources on the planets in the galaxy and selling them to him. My memory is injured. A crash, I struggled to explain. Before now. Was I alone? He nodded. I shook away my disappointment. "The Atlas," he went on. "You were looking for something called the Atlas." In my pack I had an item called an Atlas Pass. I looked at it then, recognition slowly billowing into my mind. I needed a more powerful ship to reach the Atlas. He nodded, and asked if I had anything to sell. The desolate planet I had woken up on still soured in my mouth. Luckily, I had the option to travel to another planet close by. Landing in an open field of rainbow grasses and curious fauna, I breathed in the planet's welcome. With the mining tool I purchased from the Gek, it was easy to acquire elements and materials to sell. They grew naturally all around me. I was able to repair other things lost to me in the crash. My jetpack was now fully operational. My scanner, equipped with a sophisticated artificial intelligence, became my guide and friend in my lonely quest. As I mined away at the planet's resources, I began to notice that I was being followed. Small, hovering robots scanned each broken plant, each hollowed rock, and every plucked flower I disturbed. The constant revving of the internal machinery hummed menacingly in my ears, but they remained peaceful, if not overly curious. Eventually, I could ignore my escorts and made quick work earning money from the Gek. "What's the Atlas?" I asked him. "Nobody knows." "I was looking for it?" "Yes, you thought it could help you find someone, I think. You really weren't much of a talker." More desperate to buy a new ship, one with a more powerful warp-speed hyperdrive, I began looking for rarer elements. Antrium, the Gek had mentioned. Sell for a lot. Try the planet Louis Darkle. Just avoid the Sentinels, he advised. Beaches dotted the surface of Louis Darkle as I flew by in low altitude. I found a flat surface and landed. The air was balmy, and the sun shone through a filter of red ozone. Antrium was abundant. I collected flower after flower, filling my exosuit. The flying robots, the Sentinels, were nowhere to be seen, and my anxiety from the Gek's warning waned. Besides, they had been peaceful before. When I had just about enough, a Sentinel appeared before me. The lights of the cycloptic hovering robots turned red, and they began to move towards me.
Hostiles approaching.
Guns protruded from their bodies and drenched me in bullets. I ran for cover, my stamina challenged. My suit provided only rudimentary protection from their lasers, and its healing mechanisms couldn't keep up with the onslaught. Another called for help, and soon I was faced with a robot I had never seen before. It ran toward me on 4 legs, carrying an awkward and bulky frame. Its robotic mandible opened and unleashed a powerful laser. My vision blurred as I felt my life drain away. The robots stopped their attack. My scanner relayed their deactivation, and my exosuit began healing my injuries. My vision I had of the Atlas proved to be more than just a vision, but its relationship to robots was a mystery to me. I gathered my harvest and my thoughts and took off into the atmosphere. I was determined that my search for my husband was now a search for the Atlas.